Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 35, where Wrexham win 1-0 against Huddersfield Town in a must-win game, in my opinion, because we are at the business end of the season with 12 games left to go, and we need to keep pace with Wycombe Wanderers, who did beat up on Mini Burton today, Mini Wrexham, Burton Albion. But that's not the story we're going to talk about here, too. We're going to talk about the game, how it went. Wrexham win ugly in promotion, but it says results matter. It says results matter on that thumbnail, and you see SVJ. Yes, shout out to Two Beards Podcast. Stephen Fletcher coming up big and getting the goal in the 73rd minute or 72nd minute, whatever it is. Anyways, thank you for coming in. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I'm sure the traveling support is getting back on their way. So hope you all get back home safe. We are at the Cosm. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, I'm so happy we're here. We're going to get this Wrexham reaction in after a beautiful win. And you know what? Beautiful win. I say that because you know what? Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care. It was ugly. It was ugly, but there are some really good positive things that I can pull out of our performance today, and seeing where we're going in this club and what we're doing for our promotion push. So please smash the like on the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit. We just hit 1.6. We're on our way to 2,000. We're gonna get to 2,000 by the end of the season. Hopefully when we go up, and then 50,001. If you know, you know. And one day I'll explain that to everybody too. But yes, today was an interesting day. I got up early, drove down an hour or so down to Cosm, LA. Was with my boy BJ Ford, and we're hanging out watching the game. And as I'm setting up, and the boys are doing the build-up show, they say you can't do the live watch along. Yep, they said you can't do the live watch along. Thank you, Brian Burton. And I almost threw an old school Italian conniption fit, but they said you can't do the live watch along. That was about a half hour before. The boys were doing the build up show. I scrambled a little bit too, and eventually it worked out about 4 minutes before kickoff, and we were able to do that. So it was great, and a great fun at the Cosm. They do a great job. They have some really great staff there. And if you ever get an opportunity to go do that, awesome. And also, too, want to point out, I met Chris and his mom, and I will point out that there we go. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. That is absolute legendary status right there. Absolutely. It came yesterday. Got a flag from Chris, and he walked over. It was about 30 minutes in. He's like, hey, here you go. And he gave me the flag. And then I saw him on the way out. And thank you very much. Hope you're traveling safe. Thank you. That is so kind of you. Producer Ann and I really appreciate it. And we're really grateful to have that. And this is what it's all about, meeting good people. And we met Kurt. Kurt was there from the last time too. So if Producer Ann will let me go, that flag will go up over there, and we'll cover that back. I'm so blessed, and I know that Steve Barton has some things headed our way too. So enough about me. Let's talk about the game. But I want to just 2 seconds. I want to just thank the community. It's an unbelievable community, and things like that just make it all worthwhile. And you know, I was tired coming home, and I'm like, oh shoot, we got to do the Wrexham reaction, but I love it. I love doing this with all of you, and I love getting 3 points, and it was great. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Kurt. Nice seeing you guys today too. So okay, Hip Karma says, what is their reasoning? Their reasoning was, somebody changed my media assets here. I don't know what happened here. Their reasoning was classic. Their reasoning was that they said, Hip Karma, that they were filming other things there. There was a Huddersfield thing. They were filming other things, and they thought that, so they have outlets. It's a brand new place. They have outlets, a brand new place, and the outlets didn't work, and they had to run a cord, and they didn't want the cord to be in any of the shots. There you go. There you go. But it all worked out. It all worked out. So we're here, and it's exciting. Hip Karma, hope you're very well. And Brian Burt says, beauty. Yeah, it is a beauty. And wow, that looked awesome behind you. Good work, Chris. Absolute legend, Chris. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's dive into the game, because that's what you're here for. All right. So traveling away is never easy, especially at this part of the season. Wycombe Wanderers are no slouch. They've won 3 out of the last 4-5 games going into this match. I thought, you know, I thought that Patches, who came on in the Wrexham Time show, made some really good points in regards to results matter. And it did. But there were some performances. I actually took notes, by the way. There were some performances out there that I really thought did well. But I'll equate our season for the rest of the season. I don't know if any have driven standard or stick shift, but we're literally going to grind the gears. That's it. And I don't know if you've ever driven stick shift. You have to work 3 pedals with 2 feet, and also working left or right, depending on where you are in the world. And you're going to, and then you're going to get it in gear. And once it gets in gear, it feels really good. It does. And then you can get into second gear, There's sometimes called a short throw and a long throw. I used to drive a Mazda RX-7. For those rotary engines. Once you get it in gear, bang, short throw. So I feel like we are on an 18-wheeler sometimes, and we're just double shifting, clutching, all that stuff, grinding the gears. But I'll tell you, there is some clicking that is happening, albeit and it's not pretty, because there were moments we watched it at the Cosm, and it might have been, it might have been. I'll say this right now. It might have been. They might have been singing at the game. We didn't hear it, but they were church silent. You could have heard a mouse in there. But yes, you could have heard that. It was silent, and they said we were at one of the guys I was talking to. Actually, one of the waitresses. She's very, very sweet. I said, what's it like in the other games that are hired? She's like, it's chaos. It's absolute chaos. Rotary engine. There you go. It's absolute chaos. They were at the Manchester City Arsenal game. She said it was chaos. There's people throwing up in the air their hands and everything, drinking and everything. And I was like, this is a little different. Everyone was just like watching it as if it was a horror film or a thriller or a drama, and it was just capturing. I was the only one talking at times to you lot out there while we were watching the game, and everyone was intense, and you could see our crowd. But that said, I think there's some hookups, some link ups that are happening. I'm going to start at the back. I think AO is getting back into form. There were some shaky moments there. And I take that for the fact that I thought he came for the ball really well at times. But it is literally nerve-wracking at times. But AO did okay. I think he's getting back to form. I don't know what his FOTMOB rating is, but I'll check that out in a second. His FOTMOB was 7.8. He got man of the match. Wow. Okay, there we go. So what do I know about anything? I don't know S about F. There you go. He got a 7.8. So I thought he was. He tried to punch a ball once. It is what it is. But I thought he was shaky for a moment there. But clean sheet on the young man. I think this is 15th of the season. So what do I know? Other thing, going in the back, Cleveland, O'Connell, and Stash. No, O'Connell gave the ball away in the middle and started a break. And luckily, that guy can't shoot. I think that ball went back to Wrexham and went over the bar about 600 feet in the air. I don't think it's come down yet. Back. Oh, I got it right here. So O'Connell played well. He grew into the game. I think he gets too ambitious where he wants to have that 30-yard pass to try to find J-Rod, who's like dropping back a little bit, get the feet. And I don't think that's his game. I think he needs to stay in the back and manage that back line, pass the ball up to Matty James, and let the midfield do the work. Max Cleworth, solid again, got a yellow card. He took the professional foul on him, got on him, growing in stature. I know he's 22 years old, and I said maybe he'd get a rest, but he's not. He's going to ride him like Zorro, and he's going to do it. O'Connor on the other side. Stash has solidified himself back there. He does two things. He's steady on the ball, and he wins his headers for a smaller guy, and he covers up for Rev. But I'll say this right now, Brunty. I don't know what happened with Brunt, but he's out of favor. What's up, man? But Stash did a back line. That's our solid. I'll say it right. That's probably our best back three. That's what he's going to go with for the rest of the season. I agree with that. And if it's our back five with Longman and Rev, I thought Longman, tried to push it a little bit too. He's double teamed at certain points, trying to make things happen. They ate up all of our crosses. Their defenders, I think it's Ruffles, not Ridges, Longwick and Spencer. They ate up all of our crosses, and some of the crosses. And yes, I know we did. Our goal came from a cross, but it was in the center of the park. But they ate up everything, chalk and cheese. They got it in. We were trying to get the ball in. We had good balance. One of the things I think we're doing wrong is our passing is absolute dog mess. We try to flick over. You can tell the team hasn't gelled yet, but it's getting there. That's the point. That's where I'm getting. The team is getting to a gel. And if we get into second, third gear, it could be it could be that we could kick on. We have still not played our best football yet. We are literally grinding gears. We are grinding gears. Ruffle says such a cute name for a terrier. Yes, GT Toast. Good to have you in. Moving forward in the middle of field, Dobson went down. I don't know what the status on Dobson. He went straight down the tunnel with the medical staff, so I'm not sure with that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We do have 3 interviews, by the way. Phil Parkinson, Ollie Rathbone, and the man, Stephen Fletcher. Just so you know, I don't know if I told you that too. I'm a little jazzed up, happy to be home, but happy to have this Wrexham reaction with you too. And if anyone wants to have a chat, tell me, hey, JA, put it in the chat. I want to have my say. So just let me know. Moving to the middle of the park, Dobson, he went off. God damn, that guy cannot shoot for shit. But he ran himself about. He did go out. I hope he's okay. We do not need any more injuries in the middle of the park at all. Matty James put himself about as well. Got on the ball as much as he possibly could. We got a little bit overrun in the midfield, but James has solidified himself in this team, in the starting 11. I'll say this too, but before I move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 11 today were guys that weren't on the side last year. 7 out of the 11 starting today are all new. Max, O'Connor, and Okonkwo were all guys from last year. That's it. He's changed his lineup. And yes, what I'm hearing, and if anyone's in the chat wants to back me up on this, I'm hearing there's some ruffles that are having ridges in the old guard. If it's Mullen and Palmer kicking up a storm in the backyard, trying to, why am I not playing? So that's what I'm hearing. If it's a rumor, it's a rumor. If it's not true, it's not true. We'll find out at the end of the day. We'll see what's happening. But 7 out of the 11 there were guys that weren't on the side last year, which says a lot. Anyways, keep going forward. Ollie Rathbone, always Honey Badger. Awesome. Did his job. Helped out the goal a little bit. Ran around. Wasn't as effective offensively, but I think he was good in the midfield. Although he needed a little bit more support because Revan was pushing himself up on that side. But Rathbone did always do his job. The Honey Badger, the hummingbird that does this up running. Great. He helped out the goal. Actually, Matty James could have been a foul. On Matty James. But then the ball comes to Rathbone, and we were crossing the balls left and right side. Rathbone puts a ball in probably about the center of the pitch, just loops one in. Just a looping play. An absolute looping play comes in. And Smitty, who James from Reading said can't head the ball. You can head the ball left, right, center. You don't know where it's going to go. Actually had a great header. Just the keeper made a good save. He headed it down as he should. He put it left or right, and that's going to go anywhere. But that was not a ball. He had to contort his body. That is not easy to do. And follow up there, and obviously the goal led to Fletcher there too. But him and J-Rod, I could see. And I'm moving forward right there to J-Rod and Smitty, and I'll talk about Raven Longman in a second. Him and they were a frustrated group. You can see them just gesticulating a little bit to each other. They're trying to work it out. But the one thing I want to say is that the positive they want to take on the front two. And I'd said don't start J-Rod. I wanted to see something else. But you could start to see they're starting to work together. Yes, they got 6 and Fat Mob each a piece, but you can hear the moment when J-Rod had that strike, the ball came up, Smitty hit and knocks it down to him, and then J-Rod confidence just laser 2 feet off the ground, just like a 2-foot daisy cutter off the ground. And what a great save by the keeper. Strong hands by Nichols. Good on him. Otherwise, that's in the back of the net, and Bob's your uncle, and J-Rod gets his opening goal. But I think they're working and trying to figure out how to work and play together. J-Rod has to drop down a little bit, and Smitty kind of patrols on the shoulder. So I think they're working it out. If we can figure that out, I'm going to say the goals will come. I don't care if we win 1-0 for the rest of the season and Wycombe drop points. We just need to win, and that's it. And results matter. The results matter. And yes, we could sit there and get frustrated, kick every ball. We can go. People get on Parkinson. Why are you not making a sub at 65? You make it at 70. And I say it too because we're supporters and we're fans. But it is what it is. On the wings, Rev and Longman. This is not an easy game to go because I'll tell you this: Chirawa, and what was the other guy's name? Terrera, number 27, and Ruxin. Those guys, and Hodge. Those guys were great. Huddersfield did a really good job controlling the ball. And Rev and Longman were trying to get balls in, and we just couldn't get that one. And they were the chalk and cheese for the defenders. They did really, really well. JB65, hi Josh, hey everybody, good to see you, brother. But yes, the subs come in obviously, and 71 minutes in, Fletch is on, and Fletch lives. I mean, that's it. Fletch lives. Yeah, celebrate the goal. I hope you all enjoyed it too. You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve anything, but we earned it. They earned it. And the stats for the game, I didn't really actually see the stats. We just see the stats for them. I think we did give them the ball. So they had 60% ball possession. We had 40. They had 13 shots. We had 8. 2 shots on target. We had 4. 3 big chances to 1. Accurate passes, 68%. That was my big problem. We were not collecting the ball and passing. We could not string a pass and a half. We tried to flick over the top or do something cute, but it is what it is. A win is a win, and I know people want to get on the manager and Parkinson and all that shit and the players, and we can, but we got the 3 points, and those results matter. And sometimes you got to win ugly. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're in a boxing match and you're losing and you need to knock them out in the last round, go on, Rock, go on. You got to knock them out. And we did that in the 73rd minute, and we got the 3 points. And we kept pace with Wycombe, who dropped points today, who won today. Sorry, and Birmingham City did drop points. So we're celebrating that win tonight, whatever way possible. Hip Karma, I love it. I love it. Good shout right there. Hip Karma is celebrating that win. James needs to move to the bench. Happy to bring in to seal victories. Well, I don't know. I think that's his guy. He's going to stay in there because if Rathbone's out, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Capital City. And when we win promotion, this is when we sing, "We are Super Wrexham, gonna win the capital Clary says." And Matt Al says, EOC made a terrible mistake. We nearly went a goal down the first half. Yes, I talked about that too, Matt Al. I did. Chris says, having Fletcher on the bench is huge. Does anyone know how many games or winning tying goals he has got us? He's probably got 4 at this point, but I'll tell you right now, his impact play. Parkinson is like the guy that'll go to the edge because he knows he has that magic spell at the end there. Can he give us? I mean, he is man on wire. Parkinson is literally man on wire. He is going out there and he's saying, "Okay, guys, I'm going to bring you on the 70th minute, try to make a difference." It is literally man on wire. And I talked to Ivan a couple months ago. We have the Wrexham tapes that we have, and he had said, he's like, okay, he talked about quality performances and good moments, and this was an amazing moment. But yeah, he is literally man on wire. I'm not sure what that. It was a great documentary. I can't remember well. Also, too, what's the other one where the guy climbs the free climber? Free climb. I won awards a couple years ago. I'm losing my stuff. It's been a long day. But allow yourselves to be great, and that's what we're doing. Paul Kelly says it, answers the question there. He says that Fletch has 5 winning goals, and he's tied right there for the most goals of the season. Ruth H. Hi, Josh and T. Helpers. Listening is helping me calm my nerves. Thank you for this group and live shows. Ruth H., thank you for being a part of this. We love you, and we're so happy to have you in the community. Yes. Happy to do it. Matt Al, I'm repeating myself, but what instruction does Parky give J-Rod? He's not a 9 or a 10. He's a player that is getting a spot purely on historic reputation. Matt Al is going in hard. Bruce McFarland says that's his guy, but MJ doesn't have enough energy to offset his lack of pace when he plays a second game in a week. Yes, I agree with that. Okay. Chicky Brewer, what's going on? I missed the game because I had to work, although I'm happy to celebrate here. Chicky Brewer, well done. All right, should we get to some interviews? Let's do it. Parkinson's up first. And remember, please smash that like button on the video if you haven't already. Helps that algorithm out. I feel like I'm selling stuff at late night,
Phil, victory on the road against Huddersfield tonight. Just how big a win can that be? Yeah, it's a huge win. Obviously, Huddersfield team were in the Championship last season. Great stadium, fantastic crowd, good arena to play in. And I thought first 10, 15 minutes, not everybody weren't quite up to the pace of it. But after that, we grew into the first half. And second half, we were against, the wind and conditions against us a bit. We put in a really gritty, solid performance and got the all-important goal. You spoke in the
gritty, solid performance. Get used to that. It's going to happen. Grind in the gears. That's it. Get you business end, grinding the gears. And you know what? Jimmy cracked corn.
First fixture about the quality of.
And I say that if we go up, we'll deal with it in the summer. We'll deal with it in the summer. Yep. We won. I effing blame parking, Matt.
The match. Did it feel like this was a real good opportunity to show the credentials of your side tonight? Yeah, we came into it on the back of a really competitive game at the weekend, and Huddersfield obviously have got some good players, and we know that. But the concentration levels of the lads, I thought, was superb tonight. Understanding the individuals they were playing against.
We have an invader, like a pitch invader. We got a total pitch invader, just breaking protocol. Jesus H, what do you want? Where is he? Why am I not doing this right? What happened? What'd you do?
What a win!
What a win! I mean, you interrupt. How do I? What happened? Hold on. How do I get this right? Oh, there we go. Why? What are you doing here? What's going on? Parkinson's talking, and you're going in there. What's going on?
We're in cyclone preparation here in Brisbane, but it's coming in the next sort of 24 to 48 hours. But Cyclone Fletcher got the job done tonight.
All right. Well, do you have 30 minutes to hang on? Are you going to change your shorts? What's going on?
No, I'm good. Okay.
All right. Look at this guy popping in middle management, going like, "Hey, I'm gonna be like, I'm getting here." He told me he was prepping for this big storm. Big storm. My ass. All right. We get to the Parky interview here. Here we go. What up, Ken?
And the whole team kind of worked so hard for each other, and that was absolutely key for us tonight. It had to be, because away wins or any wins are never handed to you. They've got to be earned, and we certainly did that tonight, and it was so pleasing to celebrate with our supporters at the end. Fletch getting that late winner. How important have his goals been this season, and obviously that goal tonight? Yeah, listen, Fletch has been outstanding for us. It was ricocheting around the box, and you think, is it going to end up in the back of the net? But Fletch stuck it away, and I think it was a key moment for us tonight. Fletch, not just his goals, but his character around the training ground is brilliant for us. He helps the young lads, and he plays such a key part for us.
What do you make of all that, my friend?
Look, good manager speak. He's happy he got the win. A little bit different to Bolton the other night, where he wasn't happy that we couldn't finish off the game. Oh, yeah. So it's a good chance to. And look, we got to win away. That was one of 8 games away out of our last 13. So now we've got 12 games left, 7 away, 5 at home. So we need to keep winning.
We are oscillating between winning. Like last year was a home form. Now it's the away form. It's crazy. You're right. I don't know if you saw him at the end of the game, bud, but he was. These guys, the handshake was like this, and they were out. It was like, I'm out. I'm moving on. I feel like he might have stole one. Let's get to the rest of this. I think there's probably one more question, and then we'll dive back into having a conversation.
Looking ahead now, quick turnaround again. Game seems to be coming in thick and fast. Rather than visiting the Stoke Kairas, what are you expecting from them, and obviously hoping to try and build up momentum even further? Yeah, watched Rotherham obviously since we played them last time. That work will start tomorrow, obviously. But yeah, no, it's just getting the lads ready now. Obviously they're on a high in the dressing room, because you come to a big stage like this, and from where we've come from as a club, and go away with 3 points. It's a real statement win for us, and we'll be ready for Saturday. And I'm sure the Stoke Kairas Stadium will be rocking, and it deserves to be, because the lads have given everything again tonight.
There you go. That's our manager, Phil Parkinson, the leader of Wrexham. We'll bring this down. Ken and I will have this chat real quick. What say you, brother?
Well, I say we got the 3 points.
There you go.
I say we got the 3 points. We had a lot of other games tonight really not help us that much, in my opinion. So we needed the 3 points because of that. And it's one game closer to the end of the season, and it's another week of squeaky bum time.
Mini Wrexham couldn't help us out.
Well, Anthony Ford played, but Dadbod hasn't played the last 2 games.
Really?
No. So I'm not too sure whether he's injured or not, but he hasn't played. He definitely hasn't played the last 2. And would have loved to have seen him on the pitch tonight for some strike power for those guys. But yeah, Wycombe getting up 2-0 was, just kept us at bay for another game.
Yeah, sorry. I agree that somebody. I don't know the mod. I don't know what happened. I missed something. I don't know what it is. Just what's the? Is there a mod? I don't think so. No, there's not. Whoever's the mod, I was going to delete that comment. You got it before I could. My bad.
You know what I absolutely hate too is
Mm.
the fact that I actually had a look because Leighton Orient, who tonight played Rotherham and lost 1-0. You realise Leighton Orient has lost their last 4 games. Last team they beat, Wrexham.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never
heard. Oh my god.
So it's like it's just every week now. It's another great story. Like there's so many great stories coming over the next few weeks on how we're going to bounce up and down, and and I just think that emotionally, I mean, so I think there's just Bolton knocking over Birmingham tonight.
I know. I mean, phew, dear, we don't want to face them in the playoffs if that happens. We're not going to do it. Bruce says, I missed the bulk of the game since I was grading during the game. Someone's got to work. And then he pedaled home, by the way. What I saw looked like Wrexham when they do score playing Wrexham, except in a different color shirt when Wrexham doesn't score. Well, it might have been socks. Someone forgot a sock. What happened on the socks?
The white socks?
The white socks, the sash?
With the black kit?
With the black kit? What happened there?
Yeah. Well, kit watch. I mean, it looked okay, but I mean, if you're going black, I reckon go all black.
Yeah, I would have gone all black too. Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's it's just so interesting because I thought Wrexham actually looked really good tonight. Our structure was good.
The structure our defense was good. I think we're starting to figure out our midfield is if Dabo is down, I don't know. I think we're starting to figure out how to play with each other. 100%.
Well, Longman was awesome. What I noticed tonight was they didn't want O'Connor or O'Connell to bring the ball out from the back, and they literally left more space for Max. And Max actually said, "Thank you very much," and just kept taking that ball up the pitch, which was really interesting. And then Longman looks so threatening tonight.
He is good, but they were eating up all of his crosses, unfortunately. But we had balance. We had balance. That's the best thing. We had balance. We didn't get a lot of great crosses into threatening positions. Double team.
But we did, but we were creating opportunities.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Well,
the other thing I noticed is whenever Longman's got the ball, everyone's going to the far post.
Yeah.
And so it makes it just that much harder to get an accurate cross in. He's got to get it across 2 or 3 defenders to get it to the strikers. And I would love to have seen one of the strikers coming to the near post.
Well, he's definitely left-footed, by the way. He wants to chop that ball back on the left foot and get it in. And then, obviously, I mean, he can do it with his right, but he wants to chop it back and get it with his left, whereas Barney gets it on the right, tries to get to the byline. And I do know Barney does like to get to the byline as much as possible, but Longman.
Longman doesn't. Longman is quite happy to cut in and keep the defense guessing. Dan Moore there, Rev's. I'll put that up because Rev's defense continues to improve too. I think Rev needs as much game time as possible because he's building confidence with every minute, and I'm happy with that.
You know what I noticed tonight too, speaking of Rev, we have 2 more interviews, Ollie Rathbone and Fletcher. Who do you want to do next, by the way? Ollie or Fletch?
I'm going to make life easy on you and say Ollie.
Okay. On that note too, I will do Ollie next. Should have lost it. Long was good except for the final cross were inaccurate.
Well, it was because the strikers were at the far post.
Yeah.
They're at the back post, which means it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, you got both guys at the back post. It's so hard to get the ball to them.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I want to talk to you about. Okay. He could have brought Macca on. I know. The Rev's defense continues to improve. Longman too. He could have brought Macca on when we were at Squeaky Bum at the end, right? And he didn't. And I'm happy with that. Look, I actually think there's not only is Rev
got to start when Macca was injured, but I also think Macca's probably not 100% yet.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. I want to see Revan stay on.
Yeah, he would have given him 10 minutes. He would have normally given him 10, right? 5-10 minutes. I'm not sure. But he chose to. Macca was warming up to come on, and he pulled him back. I could see I was looking away. He was like,
I'm just going to drop that comment out and back in and out and back in and out and back in for everything that I say.
Ken, if you put Ken in there in a positive light, he's going to put it up 100%. Lovely. Come on, the guy's doing it to a cyclone coming in here. Thank God he's got better internet than Aaron. Aaron, I was just messaging with him. I don't know where he is today. JP Lynn, we had a balance indeed. Yes, we did. The game went down. This game went down the right and then left. Even in the middle, we were threatening on all fronts. Bad crosses, that's okay. Can't get 100% crosses every time. Well, at least we're trying to do that. We're playing differently. We're trying to play into a new style. There you go. There you go.
I didn't put that one up.
No, I did. Okay, let's get to the Rathbone interview. Then we get to the Fletcher interview.
Victory here against Huddersfield Town. How are you in the dressing room feeling right now?
Yeah, really happy. Yeah, you know, when you want to have a successful season, you need big away days against promotion rivals. And I thought we were brilliant. Definitely grew into the game and worthy winners by the end of it.
What do you make out of 7 of the 10? 7. I'm gonna pull this down and we'll put it back up. 7 of the 11 starters tonight not being players that basically new players. So basically a new team.
Yeah, Paddy and I mentioned this in the pre-game that the transition of the squad into our newer players is just the evolution of us as a League One team. And what it actually shows is that, you know, you take those 7 players out and bring in 7 players that have been there for 1 or 2 seasons. They're National League and League 2 players. They're not League One players. Brutal comment, but fair comment.
I mean, that one hurts, but it's like tough love a little bit too. And I want to talk about that before we get out of here. Obviously, we have some time, but there's a tough love thing that's coming, and if I'm hearing what's right.
And what does this sort of performance say about you as a side? Because coming here to Huddersfield, it's clearly a tough place to come in this league, and they're clearly a side that will be right up there come the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. You can't forget that they were a championship club last year, and they've been a championship club for a long time. And I think it's just important that we keep putting statements down and markers for the rest of the league to know that we're kind of not going anywhere and we're going to be right there at the end of the season.
I love that confidence. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I mean, he's not messing around. I love that comment.
Well, O'Connell mentioned it too in the leader yesterday as well.
Yeah,
how good we were coming in the back end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, we know this. Everyone in the chat, everyone that watches the shows, everyone that watches isn't a Wrexham supporter. They want us to fail, hands down. They want us to go. They want us not to do it. But you know, I love what he's saying right there. He's doubling down.
In the club in the summer, you clearly joined for nights and moments like tonight. Where does that rank in terms of since you've been here a match away from home and obviously playing in that Wrexham shirt?
Yeah, I'd say it's now you put it like that. It's a huge night. Yeah. But probably definitely the best away night of the year that I can think of off the top of my head. The away support was incredible, as it has been all season. So it means the world to all of us when we can go and celebrate with the fans at the end like that.
And what's it say?
I mean, he's just bowling strikes down the middle.
Yeah,
I like it. I like this attitude. I mean, he's a championship player. He knows what he's doing. He's our player of the season.
Yes, maybe. I think you're right. But he didn't have his best game tonight. And I'm not saying he was bad. I've just seen him play better.
Yeah, I just seen him play better. Bruce says, hit the likes for Ken's awesome comments or to console Josh for having to cope with Ken. Either way, just hit the thumbs up. Bruce, we need you back on the Rexter time. You had a great debut. We need you back, you know, barring anything. I know you're grading papers, but I get it.
This is what happens when the engine room gets involved. Middle management gets up and makes things happen.
It just makes it go down.
How about you as a side when you've come through a really tough run of fixtures? You obviously played Bolton the weekend, and then you've had this game here tonight, and you've come away with it from 4 points from 2.
Yeah, I think it shows that we're really resilient and that we're not flaky, and we're like I said, we're going to be there at the end of the season. People have always kind of wondered if we're going to drop off at any point, but I think there's 12 games to go now, and we're still third in the table, so hopefully we can keep going and just keep getting better.
Hey, what say you that Bolton went and destroyed Birmingham City 3-1 and we held them off, even though we didn't score? What do you think about that?
Well, I think that, Birmingham's going to be lucky to make it to the playoffs, sitting on 76 points. That one was for you, John Merrill, if you ever get to watch this.
God.
But no, it's look, it actually doesn't surprise me that Birmingham will drop some games coming home because they're going to win the league, and it's just one of those things where they can afford to have an off night, and their players aren't going to be 100% focused like every single other team in the league. Like, we have to be on, but Birmingham can afford to go to sleep on a couple of games.
Do you think there's any chance Birmingham City shitting the bed?
Nah. I want to say yes, but nah.
Yeah. Well, after I just clipped you up, by the way, I'll send it to you about the game that we lost the other day against Peterborough United. I will send that to you. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll be interested to see what I said.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to this Rathbone. Let's get to then we'll get to Fletcher.
And Stephen Fletcher seems to be on the pitch. He always seems to manage to come out with something at the very end. What's it like to have him backing you and a member of that side tonight?
Yeah, great. He's such an important part of the squad, both on and off the pitch. He's so popular in the changing room. He's great with all the other players, and when he comes on, I think he gives everyone a bit of a lift, and that he's got immense talent. So we're lucky to have him.
Just finally at the weekend, your former side Rotherham coming to North Wales. What are you expecting from that one? And you're looking forward to seeing a few familiar faces.
Yeah, but it's just business as usual for us. Another game at home, and the one that we're looking to win. I know it won't be an easy game, so we'll dust ourselves down from tonight and start focusing on that from Thursday.
Ollie, Vic.
Lovely. I love him. There we go. That's the next one coming up. I absolutely love him. He's my favorite player, I think. Is he my favorite player?
Why is he your favorite player?
Because he is always just he's always just on the front foot. He's undersized, and he puts a goal in. He puts a shift in every time. But I think he embodies what Wrexham are, and I like I like our old guard, but I think he is part of the new chemistry of us establishing who we are. And he has an old soul too. He's an old soul. I like it.
Yeah, and he's a terrier. He's just in and there. He's just like, he's nipping at the heels of everybody.
Yeah. He's like Aaron when he comes on the show, just nipping at everyone's heels, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Not really. I know. Aaron, if you're out there, I don't think Aaron's probably still working.
Bruce McFarlane, just quickly, let's do this one before you bring up. Birmingham may need one more point to make the playoffs. Can they do it in 13 games? The tension builds. I love it, Bruce. Well, the pressure is on. They're only 11 points in front of us, and then they could finish in third, and then play Bolton or Leyton Orient or Charlton or somebody, and it could all be over for them. It's really, I can see they're running scared.
You could squeaky bum time. Change your underwear. Haynes, third day Haynes, sniff test all day. It's getting, oh man, they got the second string keeper. You never know. I said they're on the beach already, says Adam Cruz. I hope so. And Ollie, your old team's coming. Business as usual. Ooh, there you go. Rotherham, right?
Yeah. Oh, Rathbone getting back to Rotherham. Or Rotherham coming back to play us anyway at home.
Should we get to the martini?
Let's get the Viking in.
There we go. All right.
Stephen, the winning goal against Huddersfield Town here tonight. How do you reflect back on that one?
I actually can't really remember the goal, much of the goal. I remember the cross came out and Sam headed it, and then it was just after that, it was a blow. I just remember it dropping to me, I just tapped it. I think I had a swing and a miss just a second before it as well. Probably viewing. But no, it was great to get the 3 points, and we're happy, move on.
A few
honest man right there.
I love that. See, that's old age kicking in. That's Alzheimer's. You can't even remember the goal.
Do you think that do you think if my hair was as long as his, we would be we do the same? Like, what do you think? We have the same widows?
You've got to grow out that beard.
I gotta go. Yeah, I do.
But still, maybe.
But
I love the fact that you're trying to compare yourself to the goal scorer tonight. But anyway,
I had so many own goals tonight before you would. Oh my god, I so many bad. Put the effing subtitles on, says Matt Owl. He is a hero, but he's just better than everyone. So,
He is the perfect impact player.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. And do not start him. He's not a starter. I don't mean that mean, but I'm like, he's not a starter. He is exactly what he is.
Every single one of the regulars, and I'm sure lots of the fans in the comments and the people that do come on, but you, me, Paddy, Aaron, we all agree, impact player.
Impact player. Yep, he is.
Before you came onto the pitch, what did you make of the game? So it was clearly quite a high-level League One game, and something that was going to take a moment to just swing it the other way.
The game was going to be tight. We knew that coming. They're a good side. They're a good side. They've obviously spent well in the window as well. So they always added players to the squad. But yeah, we knew what kind of game it was going to be, and we knew we get chances near the end of the game. We always do. I was just lucky enough that it landed to me, and I got to put it away. But you've seen it every week. We go all the way to the end, and if we do that, if we keep the score to a minimum, then we know we'll get a chance.
That's up to.
He just basically called us all out. He's basically like, we're going to make you wait for the goal. Like I said, grinding gears. I don't know if he said it a little bit more intelligently than I did, but like, if you just keep the score there, we're going to score. But I mean, I don't know. And
I did listen. I did have the Extra Time show on when I was driving, and I was listening to a new member, Patches, coming in.
Davey Patches, Davey did great. Davey.
He was really intelligent, and they were talking a little bit about, was he offside? If you were to replay back, definitely not offside. There was actually two players right on the goal, two defenders right on the goal line, 100% not offside. So there was no issue there.
Yeah, and you know what? Even if it was, I don't care.
Well, it's history now.
It's over now. Yeah, there's no VAR, and VAR is worse than everything. You know what I mean? And I say that because it all evens out in the end. It really does.
I'm loving the comments on his accent with Mad Al and Bruce. He's got such a thick Scottish accent. It's awesome.
Freedom! Yes. Wait till you see the whites of their eyes. The whites of their eyes. There you go. All right, let's hand this out, and then Ken and I are going to have a bit of a chin wag. 5
match-winning goals for you now. Just when it comes to that latter part of the game, what is it that manages to get you over the line and get that crucial goal?
I don't know. I think obviously it helps that everyone's tired and I'm not when I come on. But no, it's just...
Say the quiet part out loud.
Positions to score goals. And obviously we've got great wide men, great midfielders that will put chances on a plate today because it's a tap in. But, I know they'll create chances when I come on. So I've just got to take them.
Just finally, a word on the travelling support, because it looked like an incredible moment when you went and celebrated in front of all of them tonight.
They were brilliant today. They sung from minute one all the way. It was nice to obviously hear your song, and I think Elliot got a little early one as well, obviously, from the weekend. So yeah, that was good. It was good. They were great. They always are. The away fans are about home and away, but away fans especially, they're great.
Thanks, Fletcher.
Thanks.
So quick question on that too. Not to say that it didn't happen, but I don't know, because I was watching Paramount Plus. Were they singing throughout? I'm not sure they were, because I could see the fans to my right. By the way, we were the only stand that sold out. FYI, we were the only stand. They looked brilliant. By the way, were they singing the whole time? I'm not saying they weren't, but I couldn't hear shit.
Not the whole time, but a lot.
Yeah.
And look, well done on the away fans. Amazing. And what a great and it's a great stadium. I'm not surprised it's not sold out. It's a big stadium.
Beautiful.
But it's a really good stadium.
Yeah. Beautiful stadium. It's just nice arches and everything. Here's me doing, what do I know? But it was absolutely beautiful. But no, the away fans, when we scored, they dragged like a whole, when we scored, they dragged a whole maybe like 8 or 10 people out, And to that point, I know Sean went over, and he was excited because he's like, hey, hopefully they'll score a goal tonight. And he didn't get one on the weekend, but I'm glad he got one tonight. At least just one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's red hood for you guys that not sure, Sean. Yeah. So, but no, yeah, glad he got to see a win.
Yeah, a win and away win and all that traveling. So you could hear the fans most of the game. Great, because it was dead silent in the Cosm. Dead silent in the Cosm. Hip Carmen says, that's not a thick Scottish accent. Is that a Glasgow? And there's more blood and bread. Is that all right?
Glaswegian, yeah, fair enough. I'm happy to be corrected. It just sounds so Scottish, but yeah, Welsh in Glasgow. So
yeah, Glenda said it was designed by Populace. So there you go. Yeah, Matt Al says was lucky and very loud on his TV. Honestly, I don't think there was 20,000 attendance. I don't think so either. The attendance, I'll get to that real quick. Anything that I know, like you said, you didn't do the post game. Anything that you wanted to have to reflect on the game?
Good win. It's obviously very stressful getting to 1-0 all the time and those tight games. But But I will say our structure was probably the best I've seen for the last 2 months. Even though it was tight the whole game, and we let up a couple of good opportunities, and oh my God, they had one absolute massively open chance on goal, and he's just kicked it 20 yards over the bar. Like, it was just terrible.
That was the O'Connell pass on the ground, trying to go on the ground. That was the O'Connell.
And so, I mean, I think that it's just, like, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I just really, like, for the last month, I've sort of thought we're going to click soon, and it hasn't happened. And I'm thinking it's going to click. We're going to score 4 goals in a game, and we're going to go, here we go. And it hasn't happened yet, and it might not happen. But I just feel like we're looking better and better every week, and I just hope we can keep it going.
We do have quality. We really do. We have some really good quality.
Agreed.
All over the pitch. All over the pitch, I'm hearing some things off the field that are going on. I don't know if that's correct or not correct. But you could probably see there's going to be growing pains. But dude,
there will be players out and there will be new players brought in. Yeah. Even if we don't go up this season, that will happen.
Yeah.
Because if we don't go up this season, Rob and Ryan will double down to try and make sure that we do go up next season.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about this season, and I want to go up this season.
We got 12 games left. We got a lot to do. And you know what? I again, ugly win in the promotion push. I don't care. I say ugly, and maybe that's bad.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've got like the game on the weekend, and then we've got another midweek game, and then the following weekend is the big one, Wycombe v Wrexham. So that's literally only 10 days away.
Yeah. It's a 6-pointer. And who do they play next week?
Next week? On this weekend, they play Peterborough at Peterborough.
Can they do us a favor?
Come on. Okay, I'm gonna be barracking for Posh this weekend to beat Wycombe. And the only thing is, we do have. Where am I? Just making sure. Yeah, we do have a midweek game against Reading, but Wycombe do not have a midweek game before playing us.
Oh, that's a double for Smitty for sure.
So we've got more. Like, they're going to be fresher than we are, is really what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's a rotation game for sure. But
it's funny because we've played the same amount of games as Wycombe, but that just means Wycombe's going to have a makeup game later in the season that we're not going to have. Yep. So it swings and roundabouts. It's just I didn't really like the fact that it's one that we've got leading into the game against them.
I think Patches said he did switch over to the Wycombe game. He said Kone was playing really well.
He got a yellow tonight too, Kone.
He did.
He was playing pretty good, but yeah, I just think that we don't need it, but it would be very handy if Peterborough went and did us a favour.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Do me a favor. Come on, do me a favor. Just do us a favor. Chris, what am I hearing? What are we hearing? We're hearing that there's some of the players are not happy being dropped. You can figure out who those guys are.
They want to play.
They want to play. Yeah. We're hearing that there's some behind the scenes stuff that might be happening. And that these guys want to play. You can figure out who they are. We touched on them this weekend. Someone's dad put out a tweet, by the way. So
they want to get on and they want to score goals.
Yeah, they want to score goals. And I think other people are saying they've had their chance. And whether we moved on, I think it's football. It's brutal.
There only has to be one person that's moved on, and that's Parky. Doesn't matter where the rest of us are at.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's the man. He's the man. One more, at least 7 of them. Yeah, over the weekend, over the summer too. Michael Wolf, yeah, for sure. But tonight, speaking of 7, I think lucky number 7, we had 7 different players start tonight. I think we're just getting started of this, and if we're results matter. That's it. I want the result, and we did. And I'm going to worry about the summer in the summer. If we go up, if we stay down, I'll worry about
when we go up, Josh. When we go up.
Sorry. when we go.
Power of positive thinking.
Yeah, very positive thinking. All right, let's get everyone on here. It's been a bit. Unless you have something we want to touch on before we get out.
Well, I'll quickly just go through. We might have just a quick follow. It was a bad night for the bottom of the table.
Okay, you got it. I can bring
Yeah. So I'll just sort of give you a bit of a roundup for the bottom of the table, which was really interesting. Shrewsbury had a draw with Bristol, which didn't help them at all.
You want the table or you want the scores?
Well, I've got both up here. You put the table up and I'll just talk through the scores.
Okay, here you go.
If you go to the bottom of the table.
Yes, sir.
Shrewsbury, who are at the bottom, had a 0-0 draw with Bristol Rovers tonight. You know, and Bristol's obviously sitting in 20th, just outside the relegation zone. So that did Shrewsbury 0 favours. I'm going to call it now. Shrewsbury are definitely going down.
Mm-hmm.
That will happen. Crawley Town got spanked tonight by Lincoln City 4-1. So, you know, that is a big loss, and B, definitely no good for their for and against. Yep. So I'm actually going to call it now, even though they're on 29 with Cambridge and only, well, see, that's 7 points away from 20th spot. I'm going to call it now that the bottom three are definitely going down. So you can just you can write that in ink, no longer in pencil, in my opinion.
I feel bad for Crawley Town because they were in the playoffs last year, almost went up, and then they got gutted. Then when they went up, they got gutted. Sorry, when they went up, they got gutted.
Yep. I mean, Cambridge United were at home, and Stevenage went to Cambridge and got the job done 1-0. Mm-hmm. So that was great news for Stevenage. Kept their playoff hopes alive by the skin of their teeth, but they're not going to make the playoffs. But what it did was absolutely bury Cambridge, because it leaves them now 7 points still behind Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, negative 23 goal diff. Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately for Burton tonight, they went down 2-0 to Wycombe, but all's not lost for them at this point in time. They're only one win behind Bristol, so they can still definitely get out of relegation, in my opinion. And we've already mentioned that Bristol in their match tonight had where was I? Yeah, I just mentioned that before. And had the draw with Shrewsbury. So, I mean, and then as we sort of start to go up, I think Exeter managed to get a point. And even though it was only a draw with Reading 0-0, that point is very, very handy. Taking them to 37 points.
A point is, like you found a 20 in your pocket. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I actually think, if I skip over sort of Northampton had a 1-1 draw with Stockport, big game for them. Peterborough had a 0-0 draw with Blackpool, big for them because they were on a slide.
Yep. And
Mansfield Town as well have had 2 draws in a row after a terrible run of form.
Look at that right there. Lost, draw. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say now it is from 19th down for relegation, which is Exeter. And it is Exeter, Bristol and Burton, I think, that are going to be the fourth of the 4 teams that get relegated, with Cambridge, Crawley and Shrewsbury. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom of the table, in my opinion. So that's what I sort of took from tonight's games, even though we're still, and just remember, I keep saying we've still got a long way to go. I mean, as you can see, Shrewsbury's already played 35 games, so they've only got 11 games left. Mm-hmm. And because there's 46 games for the season, Burton's played 35 games. So now, don't get me wrong, a lot of these teams can still go on a losing streak and be in trouble, but the laws of averages actually say that Northampton and up are probably safe, and it's going to be Exeter, Bristol, Burton for that 4th relegation spot, in my opinion. And I'm hoping, I don't have an allegiance to anybody except the only thing down there, except the fact that Burton's got a few Wrexham players. I'd probably like to see them avoid relegation.
As long as they take points off of anyone in the top.
Wycombe, and
yeah, right there.
And Birmingham. No, Birmingham's going to win the league. So then you've just scrolled to the top, which is good, because I think, you can pretty much lock it in now. Birmingham's going to win the flag.
Mhm.
And then right now I'm going to say it is literally a 3-horse race now for second.
You going to put Stockport there?
Yeah, I am at the moment. But
Game in
by
hand.
the skin of their teeth. By the skin of their teeth.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
right.
you'd be remiss not to. Stockport, Wrexham, 1-1 or that too.
They had a 1-1 draw tonight with Northampton, but they were down 1-0 for a very long time.
Oh, but
Like literally, I thought at one point, wow, Northampton's doing us a massive favour here, and I thought they were going to get the victory. Then Stockport got the equaliser.
Nicholas May says remaining games against promotion contenders: top 8, Birmingham 0, Wrexham 3, Stockport 5, Wycombe 6.
Yep.
Ooh.
Exactly right, Nicholas. That we all knew that Wycombe had the hardest run home. The only caveat to that is I'm going to say with 12 games left, and Wycombe's is fairly even, I think, from memory. I'd have to look it up, but we have 7 away games and 5 home games left.
Yeah, that's squeaky bum. Nicholas Mace, by the way, if you're new, happy to have you in. And thanks for that stat. Where you watching from? And please smash a like if you haven't and become a member. That's awesome. And Jack, I think, is also new, by the way. That's a great photo of Jack right there. Good lettuce on him. Not as good as Ken, but good lettuess. But Nicholas, these are 2 newbies. We know the chat very well. Those are 2 newbies. Awesome, right there.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And look, thanks, Nicholas, for that. That's great information.
Yeah,
take that. But again, it's also what you got to remember is those teams that are in the relegation fight, they're just as tough to play as the teams that are in the promotion fight.
They're not going to open up and with like they could put 11 guys on the line and try to put it in the goal. You know what I mean? They're going to sit back and they're going to sit tight. It's going to be right up.
I could use a great analogy there, but it's not fit for PG content.
It's not PG. Yeah.
Well, talking about PG content, I watched Substance yesterday.
Oh, I didn't see it yet.
Oh my God, with Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley, is it?
Yeah, she's great. She's awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
But Demi Moore, in her older years now, is putting out doing some great roles.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. She's fantastic. Always has been.
But yeah, back onto the League One issues. Well, I mean, look, we've got the weekend games coming up, and just to give you an idea, Stockport are playing Charlton.
Oh dear!
At home, like 4th versus 5th.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. Peterborough at home to Wycombe. Now, Peterborough's the sort of team that can cause Wycombe trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got here? Well, we're obviously at home to Rotherham. Birmingham are at home to Lincoln City, who just had a great win tonight. They won 4-1.
4-1. Okay, yeah.
4-1. So, and Burton are at home to Bolton. Now, Bolton's just beaten Birmingham, but they've got to go away to Burton, and Burton are going to be desperate for a win this weekend. Desperate for a win because they're right on the relegation zone.
Come on, boys. Somebody do a job there.
So, the games this weekend are amazing. And this is what I mean, like at both ends of the table. Like, let's just say, for argument's sake, Burton got a win tonight. On the weekend, and up against Bolton, which obviously would hurt Bolton no end, but also do Burton's chances of avoiding relegation a massive hit because Bristol Rovers, who sit 1 win above them, are at home to Huddersfield. Now, Huddersfield were a good side tonight.
They're a good side. They can't score, but they're a good side.
Well, I think just tonight they couldn't. But so what? And and then and then the other matches like Stockport v Charlton, someone, either both teams are going to give up points tonight on Saturday with a draw and just get a point each, or one team is going to get none and the other, that's a 6-pointer for them.
Yeah.
And then, so that's why and we're playing a team that really can't be relegated and can't be promoted. Like Rotherham sitting in 14th spot.
Yeah, the teams are on the middle too. I always say, who's going to play the spoiler here? So who's going to play the spoiler? Well,
okay. Well, when I look through those matches, the spoilers could be Burton could be a spoiler for Bolton.
Mm-hmm.
scarily, I say it, Lincoln City could be a spoiler for Birmingham, but I can't see Birmingham losing two in a row. They're too much quality.
I doubt they have all season.
Yeah, I don't think they would have. I mean, they've only had 3 losses.
Oh, wow. There's a couple good chats in here too, by the way. Davey Pike, last chance says, I'm going to put money on Birmingham bottling it to the end of the season. They crack under pressure. That's a good shout. And then Jack says, sorry, before you get to that one, Jack said, I've been here before. Non-league fan Worthing's my team down in the south coast of England near Brighton and National League South. And last one here before you go back to that thing. Congrats on making a 1.6. Nice shout. A lot of hard work. Yes, it does. The team does great. We all do great. It was nice to see the live stream today. Dude, we all, yeah, this is it. Yeah, we're working our asses off. But we're all doing it for you. It's a great community. And money on Bird and Bottle at the end of the season. Dave Pikey, I hope you're all right. Dave, please. I hope it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it happens.
Well, I don't think they will, but I love the way you're thinking, Dave Pikey, last chance. I think that's a great comment. And anything to wind John Merrill up occasionally is worth its weight in gold.
Blame it on your sitting keeper. Come on now. Get out.
Yeah. Paul Kelly, that's a really good question because so many people are saying
Win.
Us versus Wycombe is a 6-pointer, this, that, and the other. I don't agree.
I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't. Because you're playing the stats game. I'm playing the let's go punch him in the face.
Yeah. And I'm literally, and I'm going to go right back up to this comment.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
And that's why Wycombe playing, of which, playing the contenders, 8 contenders, 6 of them, one of which is us. Don't get me wrong.
I want to knock out.
I would be happy with the draw, but just remember, there's a couple more games before then, and I think that could change my thoughts on what it means. If we are
we draw right now, it's 68, 66, so we don't get it. So we just they need to win a game, we need to lose a game. It might not be that game because of the odds of what you're saying, and I say
just remember when we play them, we will have played one more game than them at that point in time. We got the game this weekend and we've got a midweek game and they don't.
Yeah, we could go up on it if we do.
Yeah, but I would prefer us to either catch them or go up on them this weekend.
Yeah.
And then win our midweek game against Reading and actually be 3 points or 4 points clear of them coming into the game, which is possible, but I'm not saying it's going to happen because Peter has got to do the job on them. But even if Peter got a draw and we could beat Rotherham, that means we'd be all square. Then we'd have a away game against Reading. If we won that, then I would be more than happy with the draw. Even though we played an extra game, we'd be 3 points clear of them.
Gorilla says if we went out, we go up. It's true. That means we'd be Wycombe and we go up. It's true.
Gordon, just speaking so much truth. All we have to do is win our last 12 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's bartender mentality. I love it. And Dave Pikey last chance says, I was wrong about Moles, but Birmingham have a habit of gassing out the last 3. Yeah, I hope so. All right, I got to jump. We've been on an hour. Ken, are you going to be okay?
Mate, I am going to be okay. Like the cyclone is coming for all of those that didn't realise there's a cyclone about to hit Brisbane, probably in the next, I'm going to say 24 to 36 hours.
Okay.
We're saying, although it looks like it's going to be a touch south of where I am, so they're only predicting 40, 45 mile an hour winds where I am. I'm going to do it in miles for you, Josh. But down in the city and down at the Gold Coast, they're predicting like 65 to 70 mile an hour winds.
Okay. Well, please be careful. Batten down the hatches. Take care of everybody. Can you?
Yeah. And, I'm just going to be the whole time just doing all my Wrexham stats, my deep dives, checking what needs to be done just for the boys, helping them out, and, getting Harry Ashfield ready to start in the next match. Won't happen, but it'd be great.
No, you never know. All right, that's awesome. We did a lot today. It's a big day. As you know, we do 6 hours, 5 hours on game day. Yeah, for everybody in the pundit, which is great.
Would have been 6 today.
Yeah, 6 to 8, for sure. Fun stuff today. So we'll be live tomorrow on Wrexham time and anything else that breaks. Game day build-up Saturday morning, live watch along, Wrexham reaction, and then Wrexham time as well. So, anyways, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate it. Good to see Ken, a middle manager, coming in, having him come in. Thank you, Ken and Josh. As if Karma. See, my friend. Yes. Matt Austin says a light brief. And Dan Moore says like and subscribe. Yes, please like, subscribe, share. On our way to 2,000, Ken. We hit 1.6 tonight. Let's keep going. Yeah. And on
Let's
that,
do it, people. Let's do it. Coming into the end of the season, we're going to go up and we're going to hit 2,000 subs.
That's what we're going to do. And on that bombshell,